Well, Bill Cosby's back in court again. 5 women are accusing him of drugging and raping them. One goes back to 1969.
Right.
This is like half a century ago.
Right.
I mean, look. I don't know.
The thing that's funny to me is when there's certain things we should forget because they were a long time ago. Like Jerry Jones did what he did, and it was so long ago, we should forget about it.
You think we should forget about that picture, the Jerry Jones picture?
I'm not saying we should, but I'm saying society was saying that it was a long time ago, and we should forget about it.
Okay.
Society in general was saying, oh, Jerry, he was a kid, and it was a long time ago. Bill Cosby, 50, 60 years ago, that was a long time ago, but we're still bringing that up. So at what point do we hold people responsible for what they've done decades ago? At what point don't we? I have no problem believing that Bill Cosby has done some of the things he's accused of.
Yeah.
I lament a society that holds a different standard depending on who they are.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of it is a money grab. I mean, look, if I look at my dating history, if you bring up women that I've dated 20 years ago, I'm 49 right now, I'm sure you could bring about a dozen women in that I just don't even remember.
Yeah.
I literally do not. I've had women like...
Not me, I remember.
You remember, right. But I'm saying me, I've had women DM me and be like, oh, remember we went out? And I'm looking at the picture going, I have no idea who you are.
Right.
I literally have no idea. Oh, remember you did this? Nope. Don't remember. I have no idea.
From 1969 to now, you got to be 80 years old.
Right. Yeah, you got to be.
You got to be close to dementia.
You gotta be
come on now. you remember Bill Cosby drug you, but not your grandchildren? That's... I remember Quaaludes, but not Lulu. What the fuck is that? Like, and I'm not saying that it doesn't have merit. I am saying that we live in a society now that in one hand will dismiss out of hand. This happened so long ago, we got to let it go. And this one, we keep bringing up these things that happen. And then, like, how long is this going to go on for?
Well, probably forever until he dies. And then, or afterwards, just like with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's still getting sued for touching little boys, and he's been in the ground for a decade.
I'm like, shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think there should be a statute of limitations. In the same way there's a criminal statute of limitations, there should be a civil statute of limitations.
I think that if you violated a woman or a child or someone like that sexually, I think it's disingenuous to tell them that they can't seek recompense. I don't care how long ago it is. I do think...
I don't know. I don't want to sound heartless when I say that, but it's kind of like, at what point do you draw the line and say it's not realistic to basically charge someone with something civilly or criminally that happened half a century ago?
There's no evidence and memory.
There's no evidence.
But I think to draw a hard line to say, when you've done something like that to somebody, they never get over it.
I get it.
So I can't.
I get it.
I do think that it becomes.
I
don't think that it should automatic. I think that it's definitely harder to prove. It's detail. So I think that it makes it harder. And the thing what gives me a lot of doubt is that you've seen this happen for 20 years with going on with Bill Cosby, and this is the first time you ever start. You never thought to bring it up. You're not into the trial. Not any. Like that's problematic. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but at some point in society, you have to draw some kind of fucking line.
I agree,
you know?
But that's at the jurist level. I don't think that you should be able to tell somebody that because right now we live here. Right now they're telling people that if you went to, if you were in certain, what I forgot what it was. It was a juvenile reformatory. Here, it was a juvenile. They're saying if you were ever molested, that Boy Scouts, so apparently these kinds of things happen a lot. Not even apparently, they happen a lot.
No, they actually changed the rules to allow this type of thing to be admissible. But at the end of the day, like, you know how human memory is. And
I do agree it's harder to prove.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be dismissed out of hand because of I don't think you should say you better remember by X date certain or it doesn't have any limit. I don't agree.
Well, I mean, listen, the laws are the laws, and it plays out the way it plays out. I'm not the one who makes it.
Now, if you bring your 80-year-old ass in there, It depends on like
Right.
it's harder to prove. There's certainly that much more cynicism and doubt. But I don't think as a society we can give somebody a date certain as to when they're supposed to have dealt with all these things that happen to them.
Fair enough, but just recently Harvey Weinstein was found guilty of more rape charges.
God.
He's already doing,
Jesus.
23 years, and they're going
Jesus.
to tack on, I don't know if it's going to be concurrent or they're going to tack him on, but I
The
don't
one was
think...
New York, right?
I think so, yeah.
So he gotta get. Here's like,
Have you ever dealt with Harvey Weinstein at all? Have
No.
you ever met him?
No.
Nothing. No.
No.
I mean, listen.
I mean, I guess I'm glad I have. But
Yeah, right.
I just.
No midnight meetings at the motel room.
I don't know what it is you hope to do, and I guess people want their day in court. If they've been wrong by this guy, people want their day in court. I don't know what it solves because he has, in effect, what's a life sentence. He'll never get out of prison.
Yeah, I mean, he's older. He's in very bad shape. He probably doesn't have that many years left, especially in that type of environment. And listen, I mean, he has a huge catalog of incredible films. He's put a lot of people in position, people of all races. He's got a lot of Oscars that he's responsible for. But if he was doing the fuck shit that he was doing, then he's where he's supposed to be. And I'm not going to be the one to defend him at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people say I never speak negatively about Jews or whatever. This is a motherfucker that deserves to be in prison.
Right.
The Jews officially disown this guy. The Buddhists can have him. Maybe y'all can. Y'all can find some enlightenment with this guy. The Jews don't want him no more.
You said something about that. I get it. Like I think wrong is wrong ultimately, and I just don't like. It's just ridiculous to people draw these positions, and I'm like, wow, this dude is an idiot, and he's doing. And I'm not negating what the fuck else has happened.